Good morning, students. Straight line. Okay, in a straight line, the main parameter related with the straight line is what? Slope. What is a slope? Observe. We concentrate on this word slope. If theta is the angle made by the straight line with the positive direction of the x-axis, then m is equal to tan theta. This is one. The second one is, suppose the straight line is passing through the 2 points px1 y1 and qx2 y2. It makes an angle theta with the positive direction of the x-axis. Here also m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. We have the two equations to find the slope. Slope means it is the parameter of the straight line. I explained what is a parameter. Parameter, it is the one such a quantity which decides the superficial things. By observing the slope, one can explain what type of the line it is. Suppose the slope is positive. What is that? Suppose the slope is positive, it makes an acute angle with the x-axis. If the slope is negative, it makes obtuse angle with the x-axis. If the slope is infinity, then it is perpendicular to x-axis, and if the slope is 0, then it is parallel to the x-axis. Yesterday I have solved some problems based on this. If theta is the angle made by the straight line with the positive direction of the x-axis, then how to find the slope? So there one important thing you have to note, whether it is with the x-axis or with the y-axis. If it is with the y-axis, then we have to write 90 minus of theta. Automatically it gives the angle with the x-axis. That is the only one thing. And here we don't have such a complications, because to find the equation of a straight line passing through the 2 points, just you write the formula y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, make the substitution, you get the answer. I have solved two illustrative examples. At the same time, I had given totally 10 homework, 5 from this and 5 from that concept. Today, the question is, if the two lines are parallel, what is the condition? If the two lines are perpendicular, what is the condition? If neither perpendicular nor parallel, what is the angle between the two lines? I have to discuss with the three important conditions. One is parallelism, second one is perpendicularity, third one is the general angle. Therefore, our discussion starts with the condition for parallel lines. Okay. The discussion is condition for parallel lines. What is the condition for the parallel lines? Okay, observe. Now I draw the two lines. One line is AB, another line is CD. AB, it is a one line, and CD is another line. If these two are parallel, if it makes an angle alpha, if it makes an angle beta, AB and CD are parallel. AB and CD are parallel if alpha is equal to what? Beta. Two lines are said to be parallel if their corresponding angles are same. Therefore, alpha is equal to beta. Therefore, I write slope of AB, I call this one as a M1, that is equal to tan of the angle made by that line with the x-axis, tan of alpha. Then slope of CD is equal to M2, that is equal to tan of beta, right? M1 is equal to tan of beta, but M2 is equal to tan of beta. What is the value of beta? Beta is equal to how much? Alpha. Call this one as equation number 1. Equation number 2. Therefore, from 1 and 2, what is the conclusion? Do you take M1 is equal to how much? M2. This is the condition for parallel lines. This is condition for parallel. Very simple one. Condition for the parallel lines. I have the two lines, one is AB and another one is a CD. These two are parallel to each other. So let it make an angle alpha with the x-axis, and this one makes an angle beta with the x-axis. But these two are said to be parallel if alpha is equal to beta. If alpha is equal to beta, then only they are parallel. Because we know the condition for parallelism. If the two lines are there, the third line which cuts the two lines, then the generating corresponding angles are equal. Therefore, these two are the corresponding angles. Alpha is equal to beta. Then I write the slope of AB. Slope of AB is alpha. Slope of CD is equal to beta. Slope of AB is M1. Slope of CD is M2. But beta value is equal to alpha. M2 is equal to tan alpha. M1 is equal to what? M2. This is the condition for parallel lines. Now I take a condition for the perpendicular lines. This is condition for parallel lines. Now condition for the perpendicular lines. Write down. Or I give you one example. Example. Illustrate example number 1. Show that the lines joining the points 6, 0, 0, 3 and 6, 0 and 0, 3 and one more I have to take. There 0, 8, 1 minus 8, 0 and another one. I have to write the parallel line. No, I cannot write the lines, general lines. I have to write the parallel lines. And it is a 4, 1. Okay. The line joining the points this and this are parallel. Okay. The first line, slope of line joining points 6, 0 and 0, 3, that is M1 is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This is 3 minus of 0 and 0 minus of 6. Answer is minus 1 by 2. It is what? M1. Then slope of a line joining points 8, 0 and 4, 1. Again it is M2 is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. M2 is equal to y2 minus y1, 1 minus 0, 4 minus of 8. Answer is 1 minus of, make it as a 6. Make it as a 6 to show that they are parallel. 6, 1 minus of 2, or M2 is equal to minus 1 by 2. Therefore, M1 is equal to M2 is equal to how much? Minus 1 by 2. Hence, lines are parallel. If the slope of M1 and M2, if both the lines have the same slope, then we call them as what? Parallel lines. It is one example. Show that the line joining 6, 0 and 0, 3 and 6, 0 and 4. So first I find the slope of the line joining these 2 points. Then I find the slope of the line joining these two. M1 is equal to M2, 1 by 2, the answer. Write down. Fine. This is what the condition for the parallel lines. Then we go for condition for perpendicular lines. Condition for perpendicular lines. Condition for perpendicular lines. Okay. Now I have to draw the two lines which are perpendicular to each other. This is the one line AB. It makes an angle alpha with x-axis. Take another line CD. The line, they are perpendicular to each other and it is a CD. This makes an angle beta with the x-axis. Remember, angle should be measured in anti-clockwise direction. You don't measure from this side. You measure in the anti-clockwise direction. It is what beta, and alpha is the angle made by the line with the x-axis. Beta is the angle made by the line CD with the x-axis, and this is equal to how much? 90 degree. I call, and this is the one triangle. Okay, you call this one as a A and this one as a C. Instead of writing there, I write it here, and I call this one as a P. Okay. Once again, there are two lines. This is the one line AB which makes an angle alpha with x-axis. This is the another line CD which makes an angle beta with the x-axis. The angle between them is equal to how much? 90 degree. Because they are perpendicular to each other, we have to establish the condition for perpendicularity. Right? Then I write slope of AB. Slope of AB is equal to M1 is equal to tan of alpha. Then I write a slope of CD, that is equal to M2, that is equal to tan of beta. We have the two slopes. One is slope of AB and another one is slope of CD. Fine. Now, in this triangle, this will be the external angle and these two will be the internal angles, internally opposite angles. There is a one theorem in the 9th standard. In a triangle, an external angle is equal to sum of interior opposite angles. Am I right? ಒಂದು ತ್ರಿಭುಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರಕೋನವು ಒಳ ಅಭಿಮುಖ ಕೋನಗಳ ಮೊತ್ತಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮನಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. 9ನೇ ಒಂದು ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಇತ್ತು. ತ್ರಿಭುಜದ ಹೊರಕೋನವು ಒಳ ಅಭಿಮುಖ ಕೋನಗಳ ಮೊತ್ತಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮನಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಬೀಟಾ is equal to sum of these two. Therefore, in triangle PAC, external angle, that is beta, is equal to 90 plus of alpha. Beta is equal to 90 plus of alpha. Okay, beta is equal to 90 plus of alpha. The sum of external angle is equal to sum of interior opposite angles. Now I take a tan ratio. Taking tan ratio, what is the tan ratio? Tan of beta, tan of 90 plus of alpha. Tan beta is equal to odd or even? Odd, cot alpha, but second quadrant, minus tan beta is equal to minus 1 divided by tan alpha. tan beta is equal to what? M2, 1 divided by M1, or M1 into M2 is equal to how much? -1. Then what is the condition? The condition is product of the slopes must be equal to -1. Once again I want to explain this fact. Condition for the perpendicularity. We want the condition for perpendicularity. Condition for parallelism we know. What is the condition for parallelism? Their slopes must be equal. M1 is equal to what? M2. The condition for perpendicularity, for that consider the two perpendicular lines. One line is AB. It makes an angle alpha with the x-axis. Another line is CD. It makes an angle beta with the x-axis. The angle between them is equal to how much? 90 degree. Slope of AB, M1, tan alpha. Slope of CD, M2, tan beta. In this triangle, okay, this will be the external angle, PQCPAC. External angle is beta. Beta is equal to sum of interior opposite angles, 90 plus alpha. Taking the tan ratio, tan of this both sides, tan beta is equal to cot alpha, because allied angles, what is the allied angle? You know, odd. If it is an odd multiple, you have to change the ratio. Change the ratio. Cot 90, cot -1 by tan alpha. M2 is equal to -1 by M1, or cross multiplication M1 into M2 is equal to -1. Then what is the conclusion do you take if they are perpendicular? You write it in words. If they are perpendicular, then product of slopes is equal to how much? -1. And from this we can write remarks. I take that one as a remark. Yes, if the slope of one line is M, or this coordinate system, why should I write that coordinate system? Not necessary. If the slope of this is M, if they are perpendicular, slope of this will be -1 by M. It is a AB and it is a CB. Okay. Then I write the same. If two if two lines are perpendicular, then slope of one line is reciprocal of slope of other line with what? With opposite sign. These two are perpendicular, then obviously the slope of one line is reciprocal of the other with a negative sign. For example, if the slope of this wall is 7, obviously slope of this floor will be -1 by 7, because wall and floor will be perpendicular to each other. If wall and floor are perpendicular, if it is a 7, then this becomes -1 by 7. So that 7 into -1 by 7, the condition is how much? -1. This is useful in the construction of the buildings and all, there to find the slopes of the walls. See, if you are constructing the one house, it's a different. If you are constructing the 100 floor apartment, which has an area of nearly about 100 acres and all, how to measure, how to find the elevations of one floor with other, there this concept plays very important role, that is called slope. Engineers, they construct the buildings keeping the idea of these slopes and all, but it is converted into a software. They use the softwares. In that softwares, they take the help of these ideas according to the discussion, according to the the plan, the elevations will be maintained. I think most of you may not get the ideology what I am telling, because it is a thinking, it is an imagination, how this slope can be used in the construction of the buildings. Slope, it is one of the wonderful word which gives a lot of course, in engineering, at least in a year, at least you meet with the word slope 1,000 times. That much of the important. Therefore, calculus we know already, we have completed dy by dx, that is called derivative. In that derivative, we found dy by dx. That very interesting fact is that dy by dx itself is a slope. Slope of what? The question arises, slope of the tangent to the curve. Then what is a tangent? Tangent, all of you know, it is a sparshaka which touches the curve at a single point. That is called what? The tangent. Okay. We have so many beautiful discussions in our future. Let me clear concepts first. If the two lines are parallel, condition is m1 is equal to m2. Here the two lines are perpendicular, therefore product of the slopes is equal to how much? Minus of 1. Remember this, from this we can extract one thing, that is, if the two lines are perpendicular, the slope of one line is reciprocal of the other with a opposite sign. I ask you one example for this, that is example. If the slope of one line is 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3, find the slope of a line perpendicular to it. Yes. Any line perpendicular to it is minus 1 divided by m. Minus 1 divided by its slope is minus 1 by 3. Minus into minus plus, it is equal to 3. Therefore, it is what? 3. Therefore, any line perpendicular to it is minus 1 by m. Its slope is given minus 1 by 3, 3. Therefore, slope is equal to how much? 3. Because 3 into minus 1 by 3, that is equal to how much? Minus 1. That is m1 into m2 is equal to minus of 1. This is what the condition for the perpendicularity. Okay, condition for parallelism, m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1, m1 is equal to m2. Condition for perpendicularity, m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. Take a note of this. Fine. We have the two types of the lines now. One is a parallel line, another one is a perpendicular line. Parallel lines, m1 is equal to m2. Perpendicular lines, m1 into m2 is equal to minus of 1. Okay. If the lines are parallel, fine. If the lines are perpendicular, then also fine, because we know the conditions in both the cases. If they are neither parallel nor perpendicular, how to find the angle between the two lines? This is my next question. Okay. If the lines are parallel, m1 is equal to m2. If the lines are perpendicular, m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. If this is the case, neither parallel nor perpendicular, what is the angle between the two lines? Very interesting. 5 marks question. That is angle between two lines whose slopes are, or you can write it next. Now I consider the two lines whose slopes are different, m1 and m2. So this is the one line, or I have to write the sustain. This is the one line, this is the another line. The angle between them is equal to theta. This is AB. And this is CD. It makes an angle alpha. It makes an angle beta. And theta is the angle between the two lines. The first line makes an angle alpha. I call this one as a M1. Its slope is M1. Its slope is M2. Therefore, I write slope of AB M1 is equal to tan alpha. Then I take slope of CD M2 tan of beta. Let theta be the angle between 1 and 2. This is the first line, this is the second line, or this is the second line. Its slope is tan of alpha, its slope is tan of beta. Over. We know the slope of both the lines. Tan of alpha, slope of the CD, tan of beta, theta be the angle between them. Once again, I use the same idea. We call B here and D here. Okay, I call this one as a P. In triangle BPD, this will be the what? External angle, sum of interior opposite angles. I use the theorem of your 9th standard. In 9th standard, there is a one theorem. What is that? In a triangle, the external angle is equal to sum of interior opposite angles. Therefore, in triangle PBD, I define alpha is equal to theta plus beta, or theta is equal to alpha minus of beta. Theta is equal to alpha minus of beta. Now I can apply the tan ratio, taking tan ratio both sides. If you take a tan ratio both sides, then tan theta is equal to tan of alpha minus of beta. Tan theta is equal to tan alpha minus tan beta divided by 1 minus of tan alpha into tan beta. Tan theta is equal to tan alpha M1 minus tan beta M2, 1 minus M1 into M2. Just I am substituting the values. So tan theta is equal to, we always take the positive value. It may be a positive or negative. We consider acute angle. See, if you find this is also the angle between them, this is what? Obtuse. Therefore, we consider acute angle. Therefore, it should be always positive. Tan theta must be modulus of M1 minus M2 divided by 1 tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus of tan A tan B, right? 1 plus M1 into M2, this is the formula. The angle between the two lines is equal to this. Okay. If the two lines are given with their slopes M1 and M2, how to find the angle between them? That is our discussion now. Consider a one line AB which makes an angle theta alpha with the positive direction of the x-axis. Therefore, its slope M1 is equal to tan alpha. The second line CD, it makes an angle beta with the x-axis. Therefore, its slope is M2 is equal to tan of beta. Theta is the angle between these two lines. I write it the same. But this is the one triangle where the right angle, when an external angle is equal to sum of interior opposite angles, alpha is equal to theta plus beta, theta is equal to alpha minus of beta. Taking the tan ratio both sides, tan of tan. Tan theta is equal to tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus of tan A tan B. Tan theta M1 minus M2 divided by 1 plus of M1 M2. This answer may be positive or negative, but we consider always the positive value. We consider acute angle, or you can write positive value. Anytime if you want a positive value, you put a modulus sign. What it indicates, if you get a negative value or a positive value, you have to write the positive value. I will show you. I will solve some problems there. I will definitely confirm you why negative is taken as a positive. Fine, this is one scale, that is positive value, because I want that space. Now I take some remarks. For that remarks, okay, remark, if m1 is equal to m2, what happens? If m1 is equal to m2, what happens? Tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus of m1 m2, that is m1 minus m2 value is equal to m1 divided by 1 plus m1 into m1, that is 0 divided by 1 plus m1 square, that is equal to what? 0. Tan theta equal to 0, theta is equal to how much? 0. Therefore, theta equal to 0 means what? Parallel. If m1 is equal to m2, then theta is equal to 0, that is what? Parallel. It is a proof. Already we have proved this one. Again we the discussion. Second one, if m1 is equal to m2 is equal to minus 1. Second one, if m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1, what happens? Tan theta is equal to modulus of m1 minus of m2 divided by 1 plus of m1 into m2. That is m1 minus of m2 divided by 1 minus of 1. m1 minus of m2 divided by 0, which is what? Infinity. Tan theta is equal to infinity, it means that theta is equal to how much? 90 degree. That is what condition for the perpendicularity. Therefore, if m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1, then theta is equal to 90 degree. That is condition for the perpendicularity. Already I have proved these two independently. This discussion upholds my explanation. There I have taken independent discussions, but in this case, in this I have taken the remark. The same remark I have written. So this is what about the angle between the two lines. If the two lines are given, ಎರಡು ಲೈನ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರಂದ್ರೆ ಅವುಗಳ ನಡು ಕೋನ ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. How to find the angle between them? ಒಂದನೇದು ಅಲ್ಫಾ ಮಾಡೈತಿ, ಎರಡನೇದು ಬೀಟಾ, ಅವರ ನಡುವಿನ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಥೀಟಾ. ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್, ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲೈನ್. ಹೊರಕೋನವು ಒಳ ಅಭಿಮುಖ ಕೋನಗಳ ಮೊತ್ತಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮನಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ, ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಥೀಟಾ, ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಎ ಮೈನಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ 1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಎ ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ. Substitute the values. Tan alpha ಅಂದರೆ m1 m2 this. Suppose their slopes are m1 and m2. ಎರಡು ಲೈನದ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ಸ್ m1 m2 ಇದ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ then the angle between them is tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus of m1 m2. Then remarks ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. If m1 is equal to m2, what happens? m1 is equal to m2, m2 jaga m1, therefore it is a 0. Tan theta equal to 0, it is a parallel. m1 is equal to m2, then theta is equal to 0. And if m1 into m2 equal to minus 1, tan theta equal to m1 minus m2, 1 minus 1, 0, infinity, theta is equal to 90 degree, therefore perpendicular. m1 equal to m2 equal to minus 1 means they are perpendicular. ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟಾಗಿ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಬಟ್ ಈಗ ರಿಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಂಡು ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್. Okay. Okay. The next discussion, that is what? Condition for collinear lines and points. Condition for the collinear. Collinear, what do you mean by collinear? Collinear means same plane, same lines. Okay. Now I take one system. This is the line. This is the point A. This is the point B. This is the point C. This is the point D. Okay. All the points A, B, C, D lie on the same line. Hence, points are collinear. Fine. The lines are collinear. Observe carefully. You take any point or any line, they make an angle what? Alpha. Or they make an angle what? Theta, you can say. Slope of AB, same. Slope of BC, same. Slope of CB, same. Slope of BD, same. All the lines make a same angle. Therefore, slope of AB, tan of theta. Slope of AC, tan of theta. Slope of AD, tan of theta. Slope of BC, that is tan of theta. Dash 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 dash. All are what? Same. Fine. If they are same, if slopes are same, then lines are either parallel or collinear. Either parallel or collinear. But if slopes are equal and if they coincide, then lines are what? Points are, then points are collinear. Fine. You do one thing. If they ask, check whether the lines are, points are collinear or not. If you want a collinear, then you find their slopes. Then if the slopes are same, then there is a possibility of parallelism or collinearity. For the collinearity, they should lie on the same line. So this is work condition for the collinear vectors, collinear points. Collinear ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಒಂದೇ ಲೈನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಓಕೆ ಕೊಲಿನಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಎ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ಲೈನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದಾವ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಶ್ ಹೋಗತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸರಳ ರೇಖೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸೇಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ ಥೀಟಾ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಬಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಥೀಟಾ, ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಸಿ ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಥೀಟಾ, slope of AD tan theta, slope of BC tan theta, all are same. Slopes are same, either collinear irbodu, parallel irbodu. If the slopes are equal, they coincide, therefore points are collinear. Fine. Totally ಇವತ್ತು 4 ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಒಂದು parallelism, perpendicularity, angle between them, condition for the collinear vectors. I make a one simple chart for that, then I complete my discussion. Tomorrow I start with the general expressions, right? Okay. Okay, so what we studied so far, I make a list of that with the idea of slope, with the concept of slope, what we have. First one is that is point number 1. If theta is the angle made by the line, then m is equal to tan of theta. This is the first one, but this is the diagram. Second, if the line is joining points x1 y1 and x2 y2, then slope m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus of x1. This is the second, right? And the diagram is like this. It is joining the 2 points p x1 y1, q x2 y2. This is second one. Third one, condition for parallel lines, m1 is equal to m2. This is the third one, m1 and m2. Fourth one, condition for perpendicular lines, that is m1 into m2 is equal to -1. There I write the two lines. This is m1 and this is m2. Over. Fifth one, angle between two lines whose slopes are m1 and m2, that is tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus of m1 into m2. This is the line. m1 and m2, the angle between them is equal to how much? Theta. Sixth one, condition for collinear points, slopes must be equal and coinciding. So this is what today's discussion. Now ಇವತ್ತಿಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲಿತ್ವಿ. ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಒಂದೆರಡು ನಿಮಿಷ ನೋಡಿಬಿಡ್ರಿ ಇದೇನು ಹೇಳೀನಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. ಥೀಟಾ ಇಸ್ ದ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್, ಎಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಥೀಟಾ. ಎರಡು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹಾಶ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ರು ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. ಎಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. If the two lines are parallel, their slopes are equal. Slopes ಸಮ ಇದ್ರೆ parallel. Condition for perpendicular, if they are perpendicular, product of the slopes is equal to minus of 1. If the two angles are given, m1 and m2, then we can find if the slopes are given m1 and m2, tan theta equal to m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus of m1 m2. Condition for the collinear points, that is their slopes must be equal. Actually in your book it is given in the beginning, but according to some of the standard reference books it is given little bit later. Means once we know how to find the equation of a straight line, then they start giving the questions of this category, because here they particularly concentrating on a slope, but their two things will come. If the straight line is given, if the equation is given, how to extract the slope from that, then we make the continuation. But what I felt, okay, according to your NCERT book we will move. First I complete this, later in that discussion I make it a separate discussion as a equation is given, point and concerned with this, all these things. We have one simple exercise, that is our next discussion. Tomorrow we will take that discussion, but before that you should be clear with these things so that it is useful for our next idea. Right, this is one. But I want to explain one more, that is what intercepts. So what is the intercept? Then how to find the intercepts? That is the next question. Just think over it. In all the cases, take any case, it cuts the y-axis. That length indicates one important term which is known as intercept. Now I take a little general explanation I give you about the intercept, because tomorrow I can directly start with the equations of the straight lines. We use three words in our discussion. One is a slope, second one is a point, third one is a intercept. Point, you are familiar with the word of point. In the beginning only I explained what is a point. It is a coordinate. Their first coordinate indicates width, second coordinate indicates height, and it is known as a abscissa and ordinate. X coordinate is known as a abscissa, y coordinate is known as a ordinate. And then slope is nothing but m is equal to tan theta. Now the discussion is intercepts. What is intercept? This is the straight line, this is the system, this is the line, it cuts x-axis at A, y-axis at B. You take any line, it cuts the x-axis and y-axis. It cuts the x-axis at A, y-axis at B. The distance from origin to the point on the x-axis is known as the x-intercept. This is known as a what? Y-intercept. Very simple. This is called x-intercept. This is called y-intercept. This is called x-intercept and y-intercept. Therefore, OA, it is known as x-intercept. OB, it is the point, it is a point on the y-axis, therefore OB is known as a what? Y-intercept. Usually x-intercept is denoted by A, y-intercept is denoted by B or C. Y-intercept is denoted by B or C. X-intercept is A, y-intercept is B. Fine. If you take a different quadrants, this is the case number 1, A, B and O. One more I take, right? In this case A, B and O. Third one I take, that is like this, A, B and O. So fourth case, it is here, it is a A, B and O. There are different cases. Leave it. In this case, OA is positive, OB is positive, both of them are positive, and it is also positive. In this case, OA is negative, OB is positive, OB is positive, OA is negative. Here OA is negative, OB is negative, OA is negative, OB is negative. If you observe this, here OA is positive and it is what? Negative. Therefore it is a positive and OB is what? Negative. So we have the 4 different cases. Both may be positive, both may be negative, or one is positive and one is negative. Therefore intercepts may be either positive or negative. Positive intercept and the negative intercepts. Okay, fine. Now we have the 3 ideas. Now heroes of this chapter. One point, second one is slope, third one is intercept. Point xy, slope m, intercept c. A or B or C. Point, this is called abscissa, this is called ordinate. M is equal to tan theta or y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This is what your chart. I can call them as 3 idiots. These are the 3 which will decide slope, intercept form, slope point form, 2 point form, normal form, intercept form, general form. These are all depends on this. That is what equations. To find the equations, we require this much. Okay. ತಿಳಿತಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ? You should know 3 important words: point, slope, intercept. Clear picture I have given. In the previous class, slope. Today's class, condition for parallelism, perpendicularity, angle between them, collinearity. And the next discussion is about the intercept. What is the intercept and all. So with all these things, we will continue, right? Okay.